Wonderful to meet you. And one last thing I want to say, it's beautiful for me to see how open Israelis are to us Germans. And I believe that's also like maybe a little heavy message, but it's the most beautiful thing that when we can be friends, I think everyone on the world can be friends.
Good morning, Thursday morning, heading out to Sarona, to the Biga Cafe for a marathon of meetings back-to-back, starting with Omri Barak, the Channel 2 correspondent who covers tech. We connected on LinkedIn and probably, fair to say, years overdue to finally meet in person. Then I'm meeting a friend from Germany, I believe, named Ansgar, followed by a meeting with a startup in the food space, and Michael Mattias, who has a very cool Instagram account, TLDR, too long didn't read. Just a couple of other meetings throughout the day, and then tonight, no camera, but I am going to Jaffa, one of my favorite cities, to the bar mitzvah of the son of Neil Ackerman, who leads innovation at Johnson & Johnson, who was on the vlog a couple episodes ago. It's going to be quite a happening event, but of course, no camera. But all in all, it's going to be a fantastic day and a fantastic way to end the week. Here we go. Bright and early, made it to Sarona, Tel Aviv, 8:40. First meeting's at 9 a.m. Pretty pumped to meet this guy. He's like legit, tech reporter / journalist, TV personality. No agenda here other than catching up and hearing about his work. But this is a meeting, probably I would say years in the making. Been following the guy's work for a long time. Also, beautiful day in Tel Aviv. All right, bright and early, long overdue meeting. Long years.
Yes.
How long have we been connected online?
Yeah, since some years already. And then we met very shortly at the Outcrowd Summit this March.
Right. What's your name?
So my name is Ansgar. I'm from Germany, and actually it's my 16th time in Israel.
Love it.
And I come here for pleasure, I come here for business, and I also bring young Germans to Israel to experience the most beautiful country in the world for me.
I love it, and I don't want to get too heavy so early in the morning, but historically speaking, the irony, the beautiful irony here in this is not lost on me. 80 years ago, if you would have told me that we would have sitting here in Tel Aviv in this beautiful, unbelievable place, Jews, Germans, talking business, getting stuff done, it's the best.
Yeah,
it's the best.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so in the last half an hour since we're sitting, how many legends have walked by here?
I think 3 to 4, and people of CEOs of billion-dollar companies, and I mean that's Tel Aviv.
You're experiencing peak Tel Aviv right now. This is what it's all about. You sit in Sarona. You got Daniel Schreiber, the CEO of Lemonade, just walked by. Lemonade, changing the insurance industry, just walking by. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do? Talk to me.
So I'm a technology manager, and we try to smartify and digitize our everyday products, like in cars, in tubing and piping, furniture components. So actually Israel is one of our biggest customers for furniture surfaces.
Love it. Love hearing that.
And so we are scouting for like IoT companies and smart material companies, cybersecurity companies, and we find so much inspiration here, and so that's what I love.
He's good. He's really good. Give me some, just for context here, how big is your company?
So it's a 3.5 billion revenue company. It's actually founded in 1948, like the modern state of Israel.
Love it.
And it has 20,000 co-workers worldwide. And it's family-owned in second generation, so the name is Rehau. It's actually named after a small German town in northeast Bavaria.
You know what else is named after a small German town?
Oh yes, your family name.
Yes.
Fuld. It's in the middle of Germany. Yeah.
Love it.
It's
okay.
Amazing.
Give me just for context here, if someone's watching, who are some of your customers?
So some are Mercedes, Audi, BMW, or also companies like Bosch and Siemens. So all the big guys.
Everybody, basically.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just tell me who are not your customers.
Yes.
Everybody's your customer. I got to say one thing. I have a friend who has a nice car collection, and he let me drive his R8, his Audi R8 from Tel Aviv to where I live. Oh my God.
Like V10?
Oh, it's a V12, I think.
V12, okay.
Oh my God. Like literally, like I mean, I gotta hand it to you guys. When it comes to automobiles, there's nobody like the Germans.
You should drive a Porsche Taycan, the car of Porsche.
I love Porsche so much, but like I told you guys, and you know, again, don't want to get too heavy on the vlog, but like, you know, it's my family because, again, forgive me for saying this. We're not gonna be friends after this, but no, I'm just kidding. Like my family, you know, we're Holocaust survivors, my grandparents, etc. So like we're pretty. My dad educated us pretty strictly, you know, that to have memory of what happened and to not support. But you know, I think again the flip side of that is, look, you're here promoting Israel, we're doing work together, we're helping Israeli companies. Like that's the biggest win we can have, you know. So but I personally don't drive German cars, but maybe you'll change my mind. I mean, if you give me a Bugatti, I'm not. And also, by the way, it's important to emphasize, people don't know this, but so many car brands today are owned by German, like by Volkswagen Group.
Yes.
And we got Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini.
They have
Lamborghini.
12 brands.
Lamborghini's German today.
Yes.
Bugatti's German today. Skoda's German today. Like Skoda's Swedish, but it's German today. So even if I say I don't buy German
also
products,
Bentley.
I'm like I'm
Rolls
a
Royce.
huge,
Rolls Royce.
I'm
Also.
a mega. I'm going I'm going in January to LA. I promise you, this is a true story. I'm going to LA for the sole purpose of driving a Bentley.
Okay.
Not joking.
Okay.
True story. I love Bentleys, and I have a friend there who drives one. And I took a picture once in Tel Aviv of a Bentley, and he sent me a message showing me his Bentley, the B on his steering wheel, and he put a note and it said, "I'm waiting for you in LA." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'll bring you to LA. We'll go meet some of my companies." He's a big investor. We'll go meet some of my companies, and we'll drive my Bentley to San Francisco. You'll drive it, and then we'll go meet more companies there. And I'm like, dude, you had me at hello. So I'm going there in January to drive a Bentley. I'm super excited. That's like, you know, I'm not, you know me, I'm not driven by money at all. But Bentley, one day I will own a Bentley. I will own one day a Bentley Continental. I was in Australia like 2 years ago, and a very, very big investor there owns a customized, beautiful Bentley, interior red leather, and he picked me up. I was there for a gala, for like a big dinner, and he picked me up in the Bentley Continental. I almost drooled on his seats. I got spit. I was like, beautiful. Anyway, I love
So you need to come to Wolfsburg. That's the headquarters of Volkswagen, and there you can find all the 12 brands. So Bugatti, Bentley, Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, Skoda, everyone.
What else? Who else is there?
It's some truck companies and also Ducati belongs to Audi.
Ducati's motorcycles.
Yes, motorcycles. Yes, but belongs to Audi also.
So Volkswagen Group is like,
it's humongous.
Massive. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, listen, man. This is long overdue. I'm so happy we had the chance to meet. You know your challenges. You know whatever you guys. If anything I can do to help in any way,
wonderful.
Consider it done. I love that you guys are so focused on Israel. I love that you're looking for for deal flow here. I may or may not see a couple of companies here. So if you want me to send you companies, just tell me and I'll send them over.
Yeah.
But if there are startups watching this right now, what are the verticals you're looking at? Like if someone's if there's a startup watching, what are you looking? What kind of companies?
So it's a digital construction tech. So it's smart mobility, it's agri-tech and agri-tech. Yes. Also
C-Tree. You know C-Tree?
Not yet. I've heard only from you about it.
My baby. Love that company. They use drones and AI to give farmers visibility into their trees. So the way farmers are looking at their health of their trees is like with using a ladder and a flashlight. We have drones and AI.
Yes.
So they're wild. Probably, I think, objectively speaking, I think they're the fastest growing ag tech company in the world today.
Wow.
The founder of Waze invested in them. Like, really an amazing company. Ctree.ai.
They're based here in Tel Aviv?
They're based here. I mean, I could probably get you a meeting with them today if you want. Amazing company. But I didn't know that ag tech was interesting to you. I'll definitely make an intro. Okay, so ag tech. What else? Any other verticals?
Yes, smart home, IoT. Because
mobility.
we are
mobility, right? You said mobility, right?
Yes, also.
So you gotta be Michael Mattias for sure. Incredible.
So as we are a B2B company and we are serving so many customers, so we are looking at so many different fields. So it's like Daimler needs other things than Bosch and so on.
Love it. Yeah. So if someone's watching and they want to get in touch with you, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, LinkedIn, just Ansgar Niehoff. So it's Ansgar. So it's quite rare, this name.
Ansgar, okay, and last
Ansgar,
name?
and it's Niehoff, it's Niehoff.
Add him on LinkedIn, send him a message so he has the context, don't just randomly add him. Send him, you saw him on the vlog or whatever through Hillel, just so you have the right context. So people add you on LinkedIn, they don't tell you who they are. It's like, why are you adding me on LinkedIn? I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
So important to make write a note when you add someone. But listen, you're gonna get back to me and tell me how I can help in any way, shape, or form. And hopefully, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, wonderful. So wonderful to meet you. And one last thing I want to say, it's beautiful for me to see how open Israelis are to us Germans. And I believe that's also like maybe a little heavy message, but it's the most beautiful thing that when we can be friends, I think everyone on the world can be friends. So
amen. I love that. I would do a l'chaim, a cheers, but we don't have any alcohol here. Anyway, man, listen, we'll be in touch. I'm super happy we got the chance to meet. Also, let me just give your colleagues a little screen time.
Hi.
What up? All right, thanks, guys. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay, so you know how I know I'm getting old?
How?
That I'm starting the interview by saying I'm a huge fan of your father's. Oh my God! So okay, let's just get that out of the way.
Sounds good. I'm honestly, a fan of him too.
All right, that's good because your dad is, and here's the problem. You know what the problem was with marketers? We ruin all these words. I use the word legend too lightly.
Yep.
And now I'm talking about a real legend, and now people are like, oh, another legend. Your dad is
I like
actually.
mensch. I like mensch.
I'm all about the. By the way, perfect way to describe your dad. Perfect way to describe your dad.
You're a mensch.
Who is your dad?
My dad. Who's my dad? First of all, he's the best father in the world. That's the number one thing. He's a leader, he's an entrepreneur, he's a mensch, and he also happens to be a VP at Google and doing some really amazing things with crisis response and trying to figure out how to help people using data.
You forgot one thing though.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Mattias.
Is it actually Mattias?
No, I know Mattias. It depends on the person.
Okay, so Mattias. I mean, he's one of the. Is it fair to say he's one of the founders of Google Israel?
He founded the R&D center in Google Israel, and now he's much more global. But yeah.
So I mean, and it's also fair to say he's been promoted because he's a VP global.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So over the years, I've asked your father. I don't even know 100 times for favors. He's literally even when he had to say no, super mensch about it. Super mensch. He's just a legend. He's unbelievable, your dad.
I agree.
Now, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Sorry for the pun on apple, but that's the truth because how long have we been connected online?
Many years.
Many years. Okay, so let's start with the fact that you're 23 years old. When I was 23 years old, I was picking my nose. You are
that as well.
You're in Stanford.
Yep.
Okay, that's now. You were in 8200 in the Army, the intelligence unit. You have a very highly popular Instagram channel called TLDR, Too Long Didn't Read, which you're basically giving a stage to remarkable people. Minus one who you interviewed today, who's just okay. But the other people you've interviewed are legends, amazing. See, there I go again with the legends. I gotta stop using that word. TLDR, I watch it. I don't usually Instagram is more people that I know. I follow your stuff closely. It's awesome. Beyond that, you also have. How many startups already behind you? Like 2, 3?
Oh, one, two fun ones, yeah.
I mean, 23 years old. Like what?
Big failures, but really fun.
That's the best kind. What do you mean?
That's the best kind.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Michael Mattias, 23. Yeah, I'm just a learner right now, just learning.
What I said to you and what I stand behind is, and by the way, again, doesn't surprise me being who your dad is. You are wise way beyond your years. Like you have a perspective on life.
Thank you.
Like I'm saying to you, like what do you want to do? Like I want to learn from people. Like who talks that way at 23? When you're 23 years old, you're like supposed to be like partying with girls and who knows what. Like you're actually
you have to do that as well, yeah.
Okay, it's a perspective on life though. Like, it's really incredible. Like so, yeah. And you talk to me a little bit about Stanford because I like your perspective on that. Like you were here and you're at the top, the cream of the crop in the Israeli IDF, and with the smartest people in this country, maybe in the world, and then you go to Stanford, and what's that transition like?
I think the very unique thing to consider is that the default after 8200 is not necessarily a good university, right? So a lot of people come with a degree, but 5 years of practical experience both in the cyberspace and later on in the AI space, it's a catapult into the tech industry.
Right.
And then about a year before I finished my service, I was leading a team of software engineers, and then I transitioned more to machine learning.
Michael, do you understand that at the age of 23, the words leading a team of software engineers is not a sentence that should come out?
But this is a startup nation. That's what we're all about. At 19, you're given a responsibility of the life of soldiers, either in the battlefield or in the cyber arena, and it's remarkable. I mean, it really matures people.
Unbelievable.
And I started thinking about what are the types of things that I want to do, and I started getting involved with deeper and deeper technology, which can literally change the dimension of where we're playing. And by the end of my service, I got to work on a project that really had no competition with human contact. And that's when I sort of understood that what I want to do is create a very large impact with deep technology, with things that humans just can't do. And then I started thinking, okay, so where do I want to do that? And the more I researched, the less I knew. And then I remembered sort of this childhood dream from Palo Alto of this like magical place called Stanford, which is, our mascot is a tree. We're a farm.
By the way, I just going to point out, I love Palo Alto.
It's beautiful.
Love Palo Alto. Love it.
Apparently, the most optimal temperature in the world ever for a growth of a person is
It's also very
13
expensive.
degrees.
It's one of the most expensive places on earth. Palo Alto.
It is, but it's ROI, right? You learn as much as you. I mean, all the expenses.
I love that place. Anyway, I mean, I work with Flipboard. They're there. It's just the most chill. I just love it. Anyway, go on.
And I started thinking, where do I get to learn about these global issues, and what do I want to tackle, and where can I make the most impact? And so I considered a bunch of different places. At the end, Stanford took my heart. And now I've been there for several months, and I have to say that every day that goes by, it just feels like I went through this like a month-long journey.
Yeah, because who are your teachers?
It's pretty. The most remarkable thing is that I'm sitting in a class of C++ advanced programming, and I look up from a textbook. I realize that my lecturer is the guy who wrote the textbook, and he's the guy who invented C++. Or I learned about strategy management and case studies on that, and the person who teaches it was the chief strategist for George Bush. And that all of a sudden it grounds you, and you're sitting there and you realize that these people, I mean, next I'm studying now 2 courses with the guy who invented VMware and another guy who invented Tableau. And I'm asking them, guys, like you're worth so much. You did so well. You could be right now in your own island next to Hawaii, just with your family enjoying. Why are you standing on stage right now, lecturing in front of 20 hungry students? And they say 2 things. First of all, they just genuinely enjoy it. It's the curiosity. That's why they're there, and they live across the street. And they're also looking for the next Mark Zuckerberg, and they're assuming that he or she is going to be in that classroom.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But I also want to focus on one more thing that you said to me, which is again remarkable for a 23-year-old to even let out of his mouth. What is your life mission statement? What do you want to accomplish?
I think that looking back after 5 years at 8200, I was a little bit. You come from the cream of the crop at the top of Israel. People tell you how great it is, and then all of a sudden you get exposed to all these different issues that are happening around the world, and you sort of realize that while you were living in a bubble, it's a beautiful bubble. You're not aware of all the different things that you can do, and the way that technology can actually impact. And through this project TLDR, I'm starting to realize that a lot of the projects that the smartest people in the world are working on, they're not actually making the world a better place. They might make them a lot of money, they might bring them fame,
right.
They might hire a lot of employees, but they're not actually changing people's lives.
Right.
And it kills me every startup that I see that is trying to improve one of 300 million lives in America. I think, well, we have billions of people who are still so left behind,
right.
And so little amount of people are working on solving that's where I want to be. And so I created this like sort of mission statement, which I still don't know what it's about, but right. I just know that 10 years time, I want to devote these 10 years to figuring out how can I use deep technology to change the lives of 1 billion people. I don't know how, I don't know where.
By 10 years from now, you want to have leverage technology
Yes.
and touch the lives of 1 billion people.
You know what? I get inspired. I'm watching Bill Gates' Netflix Inside Bill's Mind, and the thing that inspires me is not the fact that he's putting $400 million on the table to solve the sewage system. It's the fact that he's the guy who takes the marker, goes to the whiteboard, and starts sketching. And he says, I'm going to do it with you. I'm a part of this project. I want to feel that I'm solving this.
I gotta get.
That's
to Bill
where I
Gates,
want to be.
That's like he's like top of my bucket list to interview Bill Gates. By the way, he's like something else. That guy.
And that's what it's about.
I have 2 words. 23. That's all I have to say, man, dude. And I also have one ask. I have one ask from you.
It's a yes.
Don't forget the little people, because I'm telling you right now, it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen in 2 days from now, but I will wake up one morning, I'll be drinking my morning coffee, scrolling my Facebook feed, and it will say, Michael Mattias just became the CEO of Facebook, CEO of Google. It's gonna happen.
My own company, I don't know.
Dude, all right, your own company, bro. Don't forget the little people, man. Keep kicking tuchis, as we say in Yiddish.
Toda rabba.
No, but you're amazing, dude. Honestly, and again, not shocking to me at all, because your dad's your dad, but what does your mom do?
Oh, she was the Deputy Attorney General of Israel and International Relations.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
She is a hustler. She's doing, wow, she's
unbelievable. If someone's watching
mensch.
this, they want to follow you. Where do they follow you?
Where do they follow me? So first of all, I'd love to chat with them. TLDR on the handle on Instagram.
TLDR, okay.
TLDR.
How did you use that name? I mean, I go too long, didn't read, but what? Oh, because it's short. I get it. Okay, sorry.
Too long, didn't read.
I need more coffee, dude.
TLDR.
Fantastic, dude. It's fantastic to meet. We should have done this a long time ago.
I agree.
We should do it more often. I love your energy.
Thank you so much.
For me to work with people in a formal or informal capacity, I have very few criteria, but one of them is I need to be the dumbest one around the table. When I'm the dumbest one around the table by a large margin, then I'm happiest. Today, you made me happy.
I love that.
Thank you, my friend. Leaving Sarona now, heading back to Beit Shemesh for a couple of meetings there. Today was legitimately one of the craziest days I've had in a very long time. I could only get some of the meetings on camera, but you got a taste. See you next week.